Hi guys, DriverLadyPro here. Today's video is Doordash really changing their pay? So this is what I want to talk about because I got an email in the mail, and what I really want to talk about is if all right, first of all, let me start out. If you are new to this channel and you've never been in this channel, please make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell. If you work for DoorDash, if you work for Deliv, if you work for Instacart, if you work for Rideshare, you are definitely subscribed to the correct channel. I have been doing this for a couple years now, and I am committed to helping you make more money. So right now, I am talking about a little article that I got in my emails. Sorry. By the way, this is a live stream video, so please stick through because sometimes people come in the room and I'll give them a shout out, but I'll try to stay on the topic. So let me get down to it. And this kind of sounds slippery, and the reason why I say that is because I've been dealing with Uber and Lyft, okay? And I know how these companies work. And so when they are talking, I am trying to see what they're really saying. The email says, listening to the Dasher community. That right there makes me suspect. Because, guess what? I have been there with Uber. Oh, we're listening. Okay. I have been there with Lyft. Oh, we're listening. Okay. So let's go on to what this says. Mandy, over the past few weeks, there has been a lot of discussion in the media about our pay model. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I came on and told you about how even in the House of Representatives, there have been some Congress people and people in the House of Representatives that are upset because when they tip their dasher, they think 100% of the tips are going to the dasher. And come to find out, they're not. And then again, not only is not just DoorDash doing this, but Instacart was doing it. Amazon's doing it. So the people are like starting to think, oh, maybe we need to do something. I won't go over that whole article. I'll get down to this. So I want to reach out to you directly, they say. We know you come to DoorDash to help achieve your goals. We want to fuel your success, of course, buttering us up. And our North Star has always been and forever will be to do what's best for the Dashers. Yeah, that sounds like a buttering up. Okay, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. Consumers and merchants we serve. Okay, maybe the consumers and merchants you serve. Prior to rolling out the pay model in 2017, we conducted months of testing and surveyed thousands of Dashers. Our primary goal was to ensure that we received a fair amount for every delivery, regardless of the size of the order or whether the customer leaves a big tip or a small tip or no tip at all. We continue to hear from many of you that the model works. You know how much you'll receive in advance. You receive the guaranteed minimum even if the customer doesn't tip. And in 2018, U.S. Dashers received on average more than $17.50 per hour on a delivery. Yeah, Lyft is still claiming we're making a lot of money, like $20 to $30 an hour, but that, I mean, I don't know if that's true. This 1750. Okay, so they like to overinflate it. Okay, but we've also heard from some who have expressed confusion and how pay is calculated and what happens with tips. So let me just read who's in the room. Okay. Shout out to James Ruffalo. Shout out to Christine. Okay. I'm not ignoring you, but I will go on and talk afterwards. I'll read out. Oh, hi, Fat Man. So, in the coming weeks, we will be launching surveys and organizing Dasher roundtables. Sound like another app-based company that we know? Uber. Okay. What you think works, what you think doesn't work, and how you think we can improve. If you would like to participate in one of these roundtables, please let us know here. Once we digest your feedback and suggestions, we will report back on what we learned and what we plan to make in response. The CEO of DoorDash, as the CEO of DoorDash, I am committed to continuously listening so we can build the best platform for all of our users. We look forward to hearing from you, Tony. You know what that sounds like? Oh, we screwed up. But we don't really want to say we screwed up. All right, so call me pessimistic. I mean, really? Call me pessimistic, really? But instead of saying, look, we screwed up because we're we're telling you in the app that we're giving you 100% of your tips, and then come to find out, customers are mad because we're not actually giving you 100% of your tips. And even the House of Representatives, people in the House are going, this ain't working out right. I mean, seriously, this is not good. So, Devil Dash. So, let me read your comments. Hi, if you've just hit the room, I'm DriverLadyPro because I drive like a boss, but I try to stay classy like a lady. So, let's go over what everybody has said so far in the room. I got an email from Tony SU himself, so he is so dedicated to helping his drivers, LOL. Yeah, Tony himself gave me an email. I'm sticking. Okay, James Ruffalo said, LOL. Wow, Tony sent you an email too? James Ruffalo says, it's BS. James Ruffalo says, $17.50 per hour, don't even make half on, I don't even make half on DoorDash. And then Fat Man says, they are stealing tips, and that is true. The Fat Man, you make $17.50 an hour on DoorDash, right? LOL. I make $0.00 per hour on DoorDash. Ha ha ha. And then Ruffalo says, wow, Tony, sent you the email too? How dedicated. And then James Ruffalo says, Devil Dash makes Uber look good. I don't know, because I don't know if you saw my video yesterday. Uber is dropping the rates in LA. They're starting to drop the rates again. It's insane. And I'm just like, I can't continue to work for Uber. I'm doing my best to become DriverLadyPro, so I have a regular on the regular jobs, and so I'm not doing all these app-based jobs. And I suggest you guys do this too. Diversify. Do DoorDash. Do Grubhub. I'm gonna start applying for Grubhub and Postmates next too. I just got I'm gonna do Deliv. Okay, so let's read what else everybody's saying. I don't drive for DoorDash, but it's a fact that they steal tips. Instacart used to still might. Allegedly, Instacart stopped doing it recently and is going to pay back the drivers. Instacart stopped because they're trying to get their IPO, but this is the second time Instacart has stolen tips. They haven't learned from the first time. Christine, Scott, you didn't make any tips on DoorDash? Scott, yeah, Christine, everyone will get a nickel after processing fees. Exactly. After paying the lawyer. Heck no, Christine. What? That's why I stopped. And then Christine says, why? Is Uber such a pimp? And then James Ruffalo says, Postmates is okay, but everybody knows who pays the best. Do you guys know who actually pays the best? Who pays the best? The top two payers actually are Grubhub and DoorDash. And I think Grubhub pays just a little bit more. But if you want a variety, I would just suggest going for all of them. Fat Man says Amazon, but I'm going to try Amazon. I'm going to try it and I did a first time video, but I am not going to deliver for Amazon. I'm not. And let me tell you why. I think it says Amazon restaurants pays $18 an hour. Well, I'll look into it, but let me tell you. For me, Grubhub does it more honestly than Amazon is the devil. Exactly. Everybody knows that Amazon is undercutting people, and Amazon is stealing tips. I thought Amazon stole tips too. Yes. Amazon is stealing your tips. Guys, we got 5 people in the room. Can you and I got only 1 thumb up. Come on, guys. We need at least five thumbs up. No, I haven't heard Amazon taking tips. Yes, Amazon is taking tips also. It's 100% confirmed. Amazon, DoorDash, and it was Instacart. They're taking, and they have it written in their contract that they can do it like that. Fat Man, Uber is taking your tips too. Well, I don't know about that. I have never heard about Uber taking your tips. I've heard about Uber dropping your rates and dropping your rates and dropping your rates and doing all kind of swindling stuff but this is what I think about Uber and Lyft. If you know anything about the cab company, the cab companies started out just like Uber and Lyft, and James Ruffalo says, Mandy loves Lyft. Yeah, sure. Uber takes most the fare. Sometimes may as well take tips. People are, hey, AZ driver in the house. So people are saying they don't want to do airport trips anymore, long trips. Uber got called out in 2017 right after tips came out. LA is making the same as we are here. They'll be okay. I know, but the idea is everybody they are getting a pay drop, and I don't think it's just the beginning. I think it's the beginning. They're dropping pay. It's like Uber is just making everybody's pay the same, even if you are in a different market, instead of raising pay. Exactly. And I'm not going to make a whole story out of this. I only have time to do one video a day, maybe, and it has to be a live stream video. But in New York, they decided to, remember how they took out destination filters, or they give they minus 30% of your pay for the destination filters here in Chicago. Now, guess what? They decided in New York, they're not giving destination filters at all. And it's suspected that the reason why they're doing that is because they have a minimum pay rate. Not a minimum wage, a minimum pay rate. So they figure, well, we won't give them destination filters at all. You know, if we have to give them a minimum pay rate, they should do what New York is doing. $17.50 an hour. They should do that on Uber Eats too. Listen, from what I understand, that minimum pay rate is not really working out too well in New York. It's like New York is being our, I still got 5 people in the room and only 3 thumbs up, guys. Come on. Give me the thumbs up. All right, so, New York, the minimum pay rate, from what I hear, is not working out too well, guys. It's not. And, this Uber cap, the Uber cap, in, New York, the rideshare cap, it's not working out as well. I mean, it does work out, but the fact of the matter is they're kind of like black marketing these license plates, and what they need to do is cap both the drivers and the cars. Both. He said, I'm not for any minimum pay. And then Christine Lip says, it's $27 an hour. It's not sustainable, says Christine Lip. Okay, yes, it's $27 an hour, and then after expenses, it comes out to being about $17.50 an hour, or something like that. And she says 4 thumbs up. I got 5 people in the room though. I need 1 more thumb. We need 10 thumbs up, guys. Going for 10 thumbs up. So, guys, listen. All right. So, I really believe that, all right, today, Uber just announced that in April, this is another story that I'm going to do, but I'll tell you, I mean, maybe I'll just tell you now. In April, guess what? You're going to find out anyway. April is when they're really doing their IPO. April, okay? Oh, wow, we got 5 people in the room and 6 thumbs up. That's cool. So, April is when Uber's going to do, yeah. The problem is that Uber does not have a sustainable business model, okay? And Uber and Lyft, they're like just chucking along, and they're looking after their business, but they are not looking at what has already been done with the taxi industry. Is, all right, here in Chicago, they're already saying that the bridges are breaking. I'm not kidding. It's coming out. They put it on the thing. The bridges are breaking because too many Uber and Lyft cars. Okay, right? So they're talking about doing a congestion tax, just like they were doing in New York. And eventually they're gonna start putting a cap, just like they're doing in New York. Eventually they're gonna realize that they gotta go to like a freaking medallion they're going to have to level the playing field for not only taxi drivers, but Uber drivers as well. And the only problem with that is my family lives in a small town. And I'm like, why don't you guys just take an Uber? Well, there's like 3 Uber drivers in the area. And sometimes they're not even around, not available, anything. Okay, so they do take an Uber if there's one available, but usually there's not. So they're relying on these taxis, and a lot of times they're like 3 hours too late. So the problem with the taxi industry is you order a taxi and say, I need you there by 3 so I can get to work by 4, and they come by 4. And that is the problem. It's unreliable. And so that's the only problem with that's one of the problems with taxis, is they are not reliable. And I believe deep in my heart that legislator is going to figure out that they need to regulate rideshare, and Uber and Lyft is going to be in a whole heck of a... I really do. I believe it. And I think they're going to figure out they need to regulate these app-based companies too. Okay. Let's read what everybody's saying in the room. Okay. Oh, I've been just blabbing along. I didn't notice all these. Okay. So, Kristen says, do the math. James Ruffalo says, minimum should be $5 to $7 per delivery or trip minimum. On GH, you don't have to accept if it's less than what you feel makes sense. Okay. It's not sustainable, though. True, on that AZ driver. Kristen Lip says, yeah, but they cannot pay 40K drivers that. And then AZ driver says, on Uber, my rides average 12 to 15 per ride. Yeah, some are 5, but majority aren't. But in fairness, I drive XL. Exactly. And I'm talking about Uber X, because the common guy cannot drive, and gal, DriverLadyPro, cannot drive XL. Every so often you can drive XL. Kristen Lip says they didn't announce it yet. Too many drivers, Kristen. They're oversaturating the market. Exactly. How do you know when they launch the IPO? Because they just said it on the internet. There's like 3 articles on the internet saying it says right here. Let me see. Let me just read it, because I just got done reading it. It's like something that Uber plans to kick off IPO in April. And then it says the offering is going to be 120 billion, according to the Wall Street Journal. Okay, and then it says Uber plans to release the S1 filing and start its IPO showing in April. Sources tell Reuters. Uber is expecting to be one of the largest tech IPOs. Proposals for the company's IPO valued the company at $120 billion, according to the Wall Street Journal. Uber's rival Lyft has already released its S1 and is expected to IPO around the same time as Uber. The ride-hailing company Uber is planning to kick off its initial Uber offering in April. And I think the reason why they did this is because they saw that Lyft. Oh, by the way, we got to come out too. So let me read the comments in the room. Okay. Okay. And then James Ruffalo said, too many drivers, Kristen, they oversaturate the market. Kristen says, how do you know when they launched the IPO? Kristen says, oh, wow, James. And then Kristen says, I have a sustainable app model. Sell 411. It's already better than Uber and Lyft. And then James Ruffalo, they oversaturate Uber Eats too, Kristen. And Kristen Lip says, Cell 411 is self-sustainable too, LOL. What's Cell 411? Okay. My number one rule on this channel is where you please do not promote your stuff. If you want me to check it out and do a video on it, you can email me at DriverLadyPro at gmail.com and we can do a video about it. But please do not come on my channel and say, oh, check out my stuff, please, because this is my channel. All right. Just saying, this is my boundaries. I'm not being mean. I'm just saying, this is how I do it here. Yeah, they don't care how many drivers are online. More the merrier for them. We're just ants. Okay, it would be the app we would be using right now if we didn't all use Uber and Lyft and promote Cell 411 instead. Okay. Anyway, the point of the matter is I don't know, what do you guys think? It is my feeling that it is important to diversify, and if I don't like the practices of one particular, I'm going to put my application in for Postmates. I already have my application in for Deliv. That's what my feeling to all of this is to keep my eggs not just in one little basket. Okay. AZ. Yeah, they don't care how many drivers are online more. Okay. Then Kristen says, oh, wait. And then James Ruffalo says, I have an app. Can I promote it now? Just kidding. I got nothing. Yeah, I see, really, guys. It's really spammy to go on somebody's channel and say, oh, check out this thing I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. All right, right now we're talking about DoorDash and stuff. If you want me to, like, do a video about what you're doing, of course I will. Or if you want to come on my channel, it would be a good idea to contact me at driverladypro@gmail.com and we can do a video about it. But I don't want people in my section like putting, that's why like, it's just more couth. It's you know, if you come, you got to approach people in a non-spammy way. You know what? Oh, by the way, guys, I do have a new channel. I don't know if you guys know, but I've self-taught myself some Spanish. And I went and told all my friends on Facebook about it. But I guess some of my friends on Facebook did not like that I told them, and I got like this message saying, this is abusive. And I'm like, what? These are my friends. So you just gotta be careful about who you're talking to. You know, you can't just throw crap out there without going, oh, hey, how you doing? Listen, I got this thing going. Are you interested? You know, I don't know. You gotta be careful about how you do it. You know, you can't, there's social graces, I guess, you know? So what's up with you guys? I just got back from Michigan. I just did this long drive and I saw this about DoorDash. I saw this about Uber and I saw this stuff and I'm like, wow. This thing, like every day I have at least 5 articles to choose from of what to talk about with you guys. And I'm like, wow, I do both DoorDash and delivery, and I do both Uber. And what do I make my thumbnail like? Yes, AZ Driver, I'm back in Chicago working things out with my spouse. My spouse went with me. We had a fantastic time going to my house and getting my stuff, and went and picked up the rent and went out and bought a washer and dryer for my son, a much needed washer and dryer for my son and his girlfriend, and then packed up the car and came back home. And we just now, it's like 12:28 at night. We just got home at like 11:30. I'm like, I gotta make a move. If I start getting out at 1 o'clock in the morning, I don't get anybody checking out the channel. So we got Kristen Lip says Uber and Lyft use our money to advertise for passengers and driver referrals and free rides. Mandy. All right. So Kristen, this is the last time I'm gonna say this. Please don't come in here and advertise your app. We can do a video about your app, okay? I'm setting boundaries. If you come in my house with muddy shoes and I say nothing to you, then who's at fault? I can't be mad at you because I didn't say anything. So I'm going to tell you, please do not come in here and talk about cell 411, okay? If you want to get with me, shoot me an email and we can talk off the screen. But right now, what we're talking about is Uber and DoorDash. Yeah, okay. Says, I didn't know we couldn't talk about other apps. Sorry, Mandy. No, it's not that we can't talk about other apps. It's that I don't want you to come in my room and be spammy. That's what I'm saying. And I'm setting this precedent for everybody. This isn't just you. Other people have come in the room and done the exact same thing. The exact same thing as you. Uber girl Paula, she comes in and talks about her app. And I'm like, Uber girl Paula, I certainly would love to try out your app. But I don't want you to come in my live stream while we're live streaming and then go, hey, why don't you come? I've heard other drivers other YouTubers just blocking people. And I'm not like that. I'm just saying these are my boundaries. And I respect you. Please respect me. I respect you enough. If you say to me, hey, I have this newfangled thing, please check it out. Of course, dude, yeah. If you say to me, hey, I'm a new YouTuber, come check out my channel. Of course, dude, I'm subscribing to you. Whatever. But please do not come in my comments when we are in the middle of talking about other things and go, oh, talk about your app. Don't. That's spammy. So, yeah. Okay. She said, peace out, guys. Apparently she got the idea that she can't come in my room. All right. Can we talk about the birds and the bees? The birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. And then James Ruffalo says, don't leave, Kristen. I'm just setting boundaries, guys. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to set boundaries. When you get older, like me, and you're like, look, I don't want somebody to come in my house with the dirt on their shoes, the proverbial coming in my house, walking around with dirt on my shoes. This is my house. This is my station. You know, I don't want you to come on my station, you know, and promote your stuff unless what? Hey, huh? Unless we talk about it ahead of time, then I introduce you and we can have a great conversation about it and devote the whole time. But right now, what? We're hanging out with our friends. This is relaxed time. We just talked about an amazing topic. I'm talking to James Ruffalo. I'm talking to AZ Driver. Hey guys, so James, I know I've asked you guys. James, you are a delivery driver, right? I know that. Who do you deliver? AZ. Okay. First, Ruffalo says, what about getting called from the IRS? LOL. I'm just telling you that I have $3,000 of IRS debt that you need to pay me right away. Just kidding. And then AZ Driver says, build that Trump boundary, Mandy. Yeah, I need to like build the wall. Build the wall. I'm telling you, man, this is the best thing ever to happen. I can't even play Trump. Pretend to play Trump. So, James says, I drive for Grubhub. Oh, good idea. And then James Ruffalo says, we should talk politics. All right, I was told this is a boundary here, okay? I even do this with my customers. Sorry, dude, no politics or religion at the table. There we go. And then AZ Driver says, you? And then James says, that's a boundary. Yeah, like if you get in my car and we start talking politics and you want to scratch my eyeballs out, really? I mean, come on. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not. And I'm sure I'll talk to Kristen online later and stuff. I know she's a spirited person. Well, there's a reason why your granny said no politics or religion at the table, folks, because she wanted to make it through dinner before everybody started throwing, like, get away from the sharp utensils before we start talking about politics or religion. Wait until after dinner, you know, and that's the same thing. It's like, I don't talk, I try to shy away from talking about politics or religion, even in my car. Yeah, can't talk about politics, sex, or religion while driving a passenger. I really shy away even about talking about sex. I try not to get into that. You just don't, it's just kind of uncouth, you know? When have you said, I just rode with my Uber driver and we had an amazing talk about sex? Never. Said, I don't know anybody, unless it was like, you know, somebody that looked like Cindy Crawford or something. I don't know, or Mike. What the one that does the stripper thing? Magic Mike or whatever. Yeah. I mean, really. Some of my passengers talk about sex and I just laugh. Women can be the worst. Drive Bill Cosby to the White House and then you'll hear grab it by the pudding. Yeah, I have a really terrible story I could tell you that all right, going back to my old hometown. All right. So I'll tell you this story. It's really not rideshare related. If you guys want to hear it, it's a really, it's like one of those, oh my gosh, type stories. I'll tell it to you. So back in 2004, today I went to go get tacos in my hometown after we were buying, washer and dryer set. We're like feeling good about ourselves, but starving. And at this place where a long time ago I used to work at is this little taco stand. I'm like, oh yeah, let's go over there. And the building, I guess they turned into a church. And I said to the guy walking up, I said, I used to work at that place, and I mean, that's kind of weird that it's a church now, because it used to be two gay men had a business there, and it was like the Rainbow Room or something like that. And I wanted to be a waitress, and I started waitressing, and I was waitressing maybe even a month, at least 3 weeks. And I remember like people in the kitchen talking about how they weren't getting any checks, and I didn't ever get a check, but nobody said anything. Ooh, there I go. Nobody said anything to me about getting a check. And I remember there was a young man that was working in the restaurant that talked to me about the gay owners. One was older than the other one, like quite a bit, like a way older man than the other man. And he said they are trying to turn me gay, and it never occurred to me what was going on. Now I want to let you guys know that usually child molesters are middle-aged, married, heterosexual males. And I knew this already, and I did not suspect at the time this was going on. But at that time, those guys had this lady that was coming to visit. They were friends with her, and they were molesting their little boy. She had 3 boys, and they were molesting him. One of them was working in the restaurant there. The one that was working in the restaurant was the one that talked to me and said, oh, they're trying to turn me gay. And then he ended up hanging himself. And when he hung himself, they found out that he was molesting these boys. But at the same time, it didn't occur to me that they were like taking all the money that they were making from their restaurant, and they were just like blowing it because they were losing all their food, and they're like they lost their Pepsi contract. Pepsi, the fountain drinks and stuff, they weren't providing fountain drinks they kept having to go to the store and buy 2 liters. And I was like, wait, what's going on here? And we're having to serve out of 2 liter. That was kind of weird. But so those guys, I'm sure they rotted they're rotting in prison to this day. But after everything went down, we found out that the older man was originally was the foster father to the younger man, and the older man started molesting the younger man for years. He was molesting the younger man, and then they grew up. And you know how when you're molested, a lot of people that molest will molest somebody younger. I was like, wow. So this was like, yeah. So I went back to that, and I'm like, and now it's a church. Weird. So let's read what let's reread it. Okay, so Christine says, yum, tacos. And then LOL, Christine. And just remember, McGruff, the crime dog, says, no to and takes a bite out of crime. I had tacos for dinner today. And then AZ says, notice tacos are very popular for you. Tacos are yum. I'm married to somebody that's Hispanic. He has a high percentage of Hispanics. I'm one myself. I don't pay gay. You don't become gay or born that way. You just don't know sometimes until later in life. Exactly. But I didn't realize at the time that it was kind of like, I felt guilty afterwards that had happened, that didn't occur to me that when he said that. I know that, but you know what I mean. AZ Driver, just love the fact that how many are there? It's Yugi. AZ Driver says, yeah, I love you too. Nothing beats a good taco. Yes, I went there and they did have some amazing, authentic tacos, but there's nothing like home. We have I'm like the the wet burritos. Everybody loves wet burritos, but you know how you get that wet burrito and you love that certain wet burrito, the sauce you get on that certain wet burrito by your house, and then you get a new wet burrito and you're like, that's just not as good. That's such a sad, tragic story. Poor kid that hung himself. Disgusting man that abused that boy. Trump's way of saying huge. Oh, huge! Christine, that's disgusting. Yeah, that is. It is. And it's disgusting and it's sad. And maybe, the energy in that particular area has changed because now we have, there's in that particular area, we didn't have a lot of Latinos, and it seems like, and my spouse is Latino, and we were sitting in Discount Tire, and I was talking in Spanish to my spouse, and I was joking. I was just saying, ha ha, look, we can talk in Spanish and nobody knows what we're saying, because everybody is either white or black. There's no, Jewish or, because in Chicago, everybody is all different colors and races and stuff like that. And I was just saying, I bet you nobody here can understand what we're saying. That's what I was saying in Spanish. And lo and behold, way in the back, there was a young fella, and he said he'd only been there a short while, and he was from Texas, and he was Mexican. AZ Driver says burritos enchilada style is what is called here. Wet burritos works too. Stop it, AZ. You're making want to move to Arizona tomorrow. I'm getting hungry. How much longer, James? I like this particular poblano sauce. And the poblano sauce is kind of like a salsa, but it has a little bit of sweetness to it. I've always, in my family, I have like a sugar addiction. And I've given up sugar, but I'm still, I still struggle on a daily basis not to eat just one thing that has sugar in it. I don't drink sugar in my coffee anymore. I've given up soda. But it's super difficult. And the reason why I know it's in my genetics is because my sister had a genetic test and said we have a predisposition to eating lots of sugar. And yeah. Okay. So hopefully 6 months. Hopefully 6 months max. Look, you'll be coming just after summer. Slow down here. It's hot and apps are slow in summer. What are you guys talking about? Apps are slow in summer, 6 months. What, are you moving? Stop, AZ Driver. Wait. starts to ramp up in September. Where? What? What are you guys talking about? Ramp up in September. Whew. All right, where do you guys all live? AZ Driver. I live in Phoenix area. I'm moving there. They're from New Jersey. AZ Driver lives in Phoenix area. I'm moving there from New Jersey. Oh wow, that'll be better. The weather, I mean, the weather will be nicer. So I don't know if y'all got. Do you guys know this? Do you know this? All right. I told my daughter I wouldn't tell anybody. So of course I've told everybody. Except for I haven't told anybody on social media. As far as I haven't gone on Facebook and told anybody, and I haven't told anybody in my family. But you all need to know this. High temps, but it's dry heat. I know it's like living in a hairdryer. I'm sure. Okay, listen. I'm gonna be a grandma. Okay, just hit DriverLadyPro grandma style. Yeah, no one gotta have. So you gotta make sure you get your burritos wet. Yeah, but I like my burritos with poblano sauce. My favorite burrito is a chicken burrito because I'm a chicken burrito. He said, AZ Driver says, thank you. Yes, thank you very much. It's my first grandchild, my mom's first great grandchild, and the dad's mom's first great grandchild. Mom and dad on his side, mom and dad on his side, great grandchild. My father is passed, but I do have a stepfather, so that's my stepfather's first. Is that my stepfather's first great grandchild? Let's see. I think so. So awesome. Such a blessing. Yes, the only problem is my daughter lives in Virginia. But I am very happy because she has a really nice boyfriend. He's really nice. Yeah. So they haven't been together for a super long time, but I think I don't know how long, maybe 8 months, something like that. But I was with my spouse 8 months and then we got hitched. So, but I'm like, look, oh, and I was talking to my daughter today and I'm like, honey, blah, blah, blah. She's like, Mom, don't, and she starts griping at me and I'm like, yeah, she's pregnant. She's grouchy. Mom, I am a human being. You don't have. I'm like, that's not even what I was talking about. Yep, here we go. 9 months. It's actually 10 calendar weeks, or 10, because a calendar month can be either 4 weeks or 5 weeks, right? So if you actually count it out, it's like, AZ Driver says, gotta run. Talk to you all later. Good night. Yeah, I gotta get going soon. Burrows on Friends and have a baby, and his ex-wife was in. But Ross on Friends had a baby, and his ex-wife was a lesbian. But Ross on Friends. Oh, but Ross on Friends had a baby, and his ex-wife was lesbian. Yes, I'm very happy to be a grandmama. All right, so we're the show. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. I didn't watch Friends a great deal. I mean, I watched it like a few times, and I know it was very funny. I am gonna hit the hay too. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning here, James Ruffalo. And so I know it's like almost, if you're in New Jersey right now, it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Us late nighters. So, time to get home. Yeah, it's 2. It's almost 2 o'clock there. Yes, yes. New Jersey. I had a family that lived in New Jersey at one time. They moved here, though. They had to be biased. Maybe, yeah. Okay. Hustle hard, but hustle smart. And if you don't hustle smart, take your broke booty home. Driver Lady Pro out. Hasta la vista, baby. Oh, Franco, bye, buddy. Sorry you missed the whole. You're going to have to watch the replay, buddy. Good to see you. All right, talk to you later, guys. Bye.